Welcome in, and this is Scarlet Hollow Hardcore, Chapter 2. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids. But I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Let's go with cool. Anyway, those are the real big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Honestly, no clue. Well, you're in luck, as you happen to run into the person who knows all the best stuff to do around here and has limitless time to show you around. My boss is pretty forgiving. Oh wait, you probably wouldn't get that joke since we don't know each other that well. I'm self-employed, so I'm my own boss, so I'm forgiving myself. Get it? Let's give her a good laugh. Funny joke. I liked it. Thank you. I'll be here all week. I hope so. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. You didn't have to do that. No worries. Hoping you enjoy it. Mystical, you pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. A warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it's good. Divinity given buttery form. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Oh, wow, that's rad. I've never met a YouTuber before. I'd love to check out your channel at some point. Aw, thanks. Nothing much. Pays the bills. But it's mostly a passion project, you know? She's selling herself short, Neon. Her stuff is amazing. She hunts cryptids. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba. I did say that right. I'm surprised I said that right. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the only one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Let's go with that one. Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. You decide to share Gretchen's insight with Stella and Avery. Gretchen seems to think it's a mountain lion. Haha, very funny. You might have gotten me earlier, but I'm on to you. You're not going to trick me into thinking you can talk to my dog. As for your theory, nah, no way. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in a river like this. They're not fans of water. And nobody is too long. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd like to come along? It's pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Oh wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. Interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of a Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug of war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky? That sort of thing? It's a date. Cool. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, but it's just been me and Gretchen for a while. It is a pleasure to welcome you to our elite team, Neon. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. Maybe I'll get the chance to meet them later this week. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect from getting such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate it, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner, with you following close behind. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel... I guess we'll go with mystical since we chose it. A sense of foreboding. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on this strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet, until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Well, let's just go down the list. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star in my little YouTube channel? But hey, chances are never zero, right? What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen out here other than cryptids? Or anything cryptid related, of course. Oh, God. That's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of video of other deer doing it. So I'm not sure if that counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through it if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Yeah, let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Phew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girly. Just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk Ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Hey, yep. Offer Duke your boiled peanuts. You hold out a slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since the first put it in your rucksack, like the scent of old beer. But you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts from your backpack? Nah, I'm all set, thank you. I am still more than happy to take them off your hands. Now, both y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Aw, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listen to any of it, the way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chungabungas or what you have you. Something's been getting at my chicken. I've lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose any more than that. Huh. I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, you see, this is why I don't come to you about things like this. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell it is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do actually think it's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky, of course. You wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 90s, and those were iffy. It's true. Whoops. It's true. There are mountain lions out there, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. I can't believe you go out there with your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-age Boy Scouts has 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when you come a carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Mystical. As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something is waiting for you, deeper in the woods. Whatever it is, the four of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. There's something waiting for us in the deeper... There's something waiting for us deeper in the woods. Yeah, I know. I'm hunting it. What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's... Oh, don't you get started again. Your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins, using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Do you want that to be his legacy, girl? And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down for the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. If I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. Estella and Duke both root themselves in their stubborn insistence. The feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something fated has been locked in stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. And who knows what'll that mean for my career? We all need to get out of the woods right now. If we don't, somebody is going to die tonight. Why even try to warn them? Fate is fate. There's no resisting it. You know this. Now, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I don't know. It's just a weird feeling I get sometimes. A weird, bad feeling. It's never wrong. Are you trying to say you're psychic or something? Signs point to yes. Whoa. What am I thinking right now? Aw, hush, you ain't psychic. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I'll let y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. Neon, I think we've freaked out Neon. Neon, I think you freaked out Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out of that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us right around him. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. It seems like... Oh, what do I want to do? Nah. Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Never. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or a shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. Man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. Didn't he just sneak up on us? Like, legitimately? And the trail's just up this way. Let's go. I'm just saying. All right. This looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Mm-hmm. As night falls, my new assistant, the gorgeous Neon, and I find ourselves on High Hill in Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southern-eastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Till then, stay searching, Stellars. And keep digging, Gretches. I can take the camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this gorgeous scenery. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you, something unavoidable. Though what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. The view is not the only gorgeous thing out here. I was thinking the same thing. Let the moment hang in the air. You and Stella let the moment hang in the air, both of you comfortably taking in each other and the natural world around you. Only for it to be pierced by a loud, percussive snort. What was that? No need to panic. That's just the sound a deer makes when they want to warn the rest of their herd about a big scary predator like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of the light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. The acorn becomes the oak, becomes the rich rot that swaddles the acorn. The cycle that is stretched is not the cycle that is broken. Oh dear, and there is something uncouthly fake and vile to its odors. Let me at him. How dare he infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space? Let me at him. Your souring husk will feed the coming world. This is good. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping off her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was threatening us. Or warning us. I think it was just sick. That thing on its face, I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Well, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up? Then we get right into the night's festivities. Sorry, activities. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Ooh, apricots, trail mix with extra M&Ms. Looks like protein bar, gravel, probably some dried fruit. Trail mix, extra M&Ms. You grab the trail mix. Classic choice. Never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own and make sure it has the best stuff. Mostly M&Ms. And I left out the raisins. No one likes those anyways. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I like M&Ms, sometimes I don't. Not M&Ms, raisins. I love M&Ms. I always love M&Ms. Yeah, look at Gretchen. Chomping on some... What that? Some aminal. You and Stella settled down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sound of evening wildlife washes over you. Gretchen gnaws on a stick, distracted for the time being. So tell me, what it's like in despair. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be neon. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. And it's a mixed bag. At first, it was kind of nice to finally have space that was just mine. But now it feels cramped. It's like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself. And as far as they know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, the toilet constantly gets backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant. You know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room? When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways? Have you tried looking for a different place or maybe finding a roommate? There's got to be something better out there for you. I've been saving up for something better. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I have an Etsy store where I sell assorted arts and crafts. Sometimes I'll do commissions. Sometimes I'll just sort of find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design. Like giving something a mustache or painting it to make it look like a bee. Oh, so you're an artist. And you upcycle. Nice. I don't know, I think that'd be kind of fun. But it used to be nice, but now, I don't know. It used to be fun and relaxing, but now that it's a job, it's lost a lot of its luster. Oh, believe me, I can relate. I still love what I do and wouldn't trade it for the world, but there's definitely a shift that happened once it stopped being just for fun and started to be something I had to do. I don't know if you're looking for advice, but something that's helped me is going all in on treating it like a job, setting real work hours and taking at least one day off a week, that sort of thing. You think it hurt your productivity, but for me, it just meant a day of the week I wasn't spending stressing myself out. I actually take two. Maybe I'll try that. Do it. And if it doesn't work, then at least you'll know. A crisp breeze passes over you. So what about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside of town. Actually, the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, did they move? No, they died. It's okay. It's okay. I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your words around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Interesting, too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food, and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us pretty good salad with what's just in the clearing if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. My mom was a local vet. The lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. Even the smallest mouse would get proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason why Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. That's all right if you ever need to talk about things. Aw, thanks, Neon. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm okay. Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I'd kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore, and that's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. I can't even imagine how bad that must be. They're just salt in the wound at that point. My stars, what was that? It's showtime. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set in motion long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. There's something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Neon. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. I see it. I see it. It's sweet and kind. A bed of flowers. A nice wind. A gentle gardener. Maybe Duke's bird. Why did it automatically go? That was a chicken. What the hell? What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either. So I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Oof. Stella! Stella! Ow. Are you okay? Huh. Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. And just like my Stella to get overexcited and lose track of herself. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. A new beginning. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that we can do for her at this point. Geez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? I know that smell. That's old Duke. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? But Birdie? Birdie, oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. She smells terrible. Nothing like an animal at all, just like that deer. I can barely even smell the woods anymore. It's all that uncanny plastic stench. Jesus H. Christ. The things all these animals have been saying tonight. It's like they're going through some kind of religious experience. The hell you on about? What a horrid thing to witness. It's like they've all gone mad. If this happens to me, I wouldn't want to live like that. You were joking about being able to talk to Gretchen earlier. You're still joking, right? We should maybe talk more about that later? Let's examine the chicken first. Oh, God. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird don't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Explore the head. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Can't hide from me. I can see you. I can smell you. Sick, sick creature. Examine the wing. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. The old becomes new. I've never flown, but now I soar. What got a hold of her? Busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Examine the growth. Good God, at first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. Oh, you can almost see like a form underneath. I forgot I could do that for a second. Yeah, it's almost like a fetus. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple of days. Happened to me once. There's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. It smells like it should be buried somewhat deep. My senses scream out that this is an abomination. Oh, Stella, please don't get too close. Can you hear the birth that dwells within me? Can you hear the way it roars and thunders? Having investigated to your heart's content and stomach's, you step back and give the bird space. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera, too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. It's not of this world, that's for certain. What a disgusting thing it was. Unappetizing in every sense of the word. Do you think she's become an egg? Like, one of those things is going to pop out of her? What a horrid thought. Nah, no, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics is all. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting your chickens. Yeah, no shit. In all my years, I ain't never seen anything like this. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and then another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. There's something out there all around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them. Do you hear that? There's so many voices and all of them telling us to leave. Oh yeah. Yeah, I hear that. But are they really saying something? I can't make anything out. He starts filming again. Come on, Birdie. Let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sound comes closer, growing bolder. What in the hell is that? The garden has come to mend and nurture. Let me blossom and sprout. Let me become. Anything more to see? Yeah, just that. You feel it tightening in the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. The man hesitates, and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. Stella, there's another one. The leash is drawn fully taut, and then there is a sudden looseness. You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from underneath the bush. Oh my God. What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet, and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with an oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, get your grubby little hands off my bird. Oh, gotta go after Gretchen. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Neon, my hero. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, mouth opening. Mouth? Whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Duke? Blood, my heavens, I smell blood. Wow. Oh my God. What do we do? Okay. First things, I grab Gretchen. There. Step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What's step 2? Well, let's collect ourselves. Hey, it's okay. Let's take some deep breaths, collect ourselves. What do you mean? I'm totally acting calm and rational. Now, step 2 is that we chase after those things and to get as much footage as we can. It's the only way anyone will believe us about what happened. We owe it to Duke. Screw it. Lead the way. There are more of them. A lot more. They leer at you from the trees, no longer hiding as they bellow their warnings out into the night. Stella films as she runs, narrating to an invisible audience. We're being pursued, I think, by these weird things. It seems like they're all riled up from what just happened. Whoa. The two of you come to a stop at the edge of a clearing. Okay, we seem to have found a nest or a crop circle, but of animals? God, that smell. The air here is flavored with rot. Pervasive stench rising up from the spiral of corpses that patterns the rock. Birdie has been placed among them, her body lying still as the creature crouches protectively over her. Stars above, is this wretched place where they wanted to take me? At the sound of the dog's disquiet, the creatures flow out from the woods and surround the clearing. Dead eyes peer out from pale, doughy faces, watching the two of you and the small, terrified dog. I think we need to leave. We need to leave. Yes, I think I have enough footage now. The two of you take a few steps back from the clearing, and then turn and start running together back through the woods, driven by a deep animal instinct to get away from whatever these things are. They're everywhere. God, how many of these things are there? They reach out to you from between bushes and tree branches, grasping for anything they can get a hold of, their howls filling the night. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha and 13 text messages. Whoops. Call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Oh, text her that I'm okay. Message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond up on the mountain, on the Asagina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods, and the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could be a naked maniac, sir. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a bunch of naked maniacs. What the hell is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond. If you don't mind, this is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body. But for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Neon. He came into town today for the funeral. All right, sure. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't... Never mind. Weren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere. At this point, he'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling night. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, even for your own safety. Stella sighed. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Sure, Earl, you can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretching across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither one of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. You reach out and rest a palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Gonna remain silent. You sit quietly watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you before it slips back into the darkness. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Neon. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. I have a feeling that might be a little more difficult. Y'all have a good night now. Bye, Gretchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect. Even after we showed them all of that footage. Even after we found that nest. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either. Because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about these things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like that. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always nice to have some extra companion. Have an extra companion. I hope she's still awake. There's something foul creeping up behind us. Neon. Jesus. You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally where you're meant to be. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back, and the figure is already gone. Disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? Now, who is this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Neon. Is it okay if we come in? You and Miss Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There is something about her that's far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course, dearie. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult after all. Welcome to my little nook. And I think this is where I'm going to leave this recording. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you for part 3.